Hello, Sacred Spiritual Healer, for your daily messages, and today I'll be also working on the zodiacs for the November. Just getting the sage relit again, it went out. There. Alright. Good stuff. Alright, so all the cards have been meditated on and shuffled well. Alright, so we'll get right into it. So, awesome day today. It's October 31st. The veil is the thinnest, right? So be sure and do your more releasing, calling things in, cleansing the house, yourself. Walk in nature, give thanks to Mother Earth. Dance in the moonlight, Spirit says. Maybe we will. Maybe we will. Drop one. What you believe is what you create. So you want a new beginning, create a new beginning. You want a new partner, create the new partner. You can't take any more on the twin flame journey, then you can always call in a soulmate, although that just comes with karmic lessons, right? So those of us that are on this journey it is a struggle of healing oneself, and the partner triggers you to do just that. So we have to understand and forgive them for their part in it, because it's really from the divine source that these issues occur, things that happen, that they trigger you. They trigger you so that you go within and heal your inner child or wounds within ourselves. So it's really not your counterparts' fault that they did what they did, just because it was in the plan to get you to heal, okay? As hard as that is some days. Bloodstone, blood cleanser, banish evil and negative energy. Green castite, mental healer, dissolves what no longer serves you, restores and balances your healing. What seems to be an injustice is really a blessing. That goes with the trigger I was just talking about. So if you are not in communication with your divine counterpart, then it could be that he's just protecting you, or she protecting you from their karmic spouse, right? Temper your emotions with inner child healing. You learn to go within when you are triggered and not react. Meditate. Ask your spirit guide to show you past traumas and heal them. If you go within and do your healing of your past traumas of your lifetime by age, say, ask to be shown what needs to be healed from ages 1 to 5 on one night, and then the next night, the next group of age. Go to your past life regression and do the healings and see what in the Akashic records needs to be healed there. And remember, you can't enter the Akashic records or your past life regression until you are in your truth and honesty. You need to be in your truth to move forward in your journey. So if you can't figure out why you're not moving forward, then take a look at both parties to ensure that they're in their truth. That we walk in our truth and we speak our truth, right? Be creative, plant an herb garden, nurture it, or a fairy garden like we always say. There you go, stand in your truth. And the old hag witch, not me, reminds us, take off the mask. Be strong inwardly to see through the facade. Forgive others of their hurtful actions. True soul will be exposed, right, through the truth, because as the high priestess, we see the truth behind the lies, and we see behind the veil. And your counterpart might not understand that or believe us yet, that we see the lies. People can't pull one over on us, because it's just shown to us by spirit. Heal those vices such as alcohol, smoking, drugs, sexual addictions. How are you nurturing your mind, body, and spirit? Do you soak in a hot bath? Do you, like yourself, to love yourself, nurture yourself, soak in a hot bath with candles and sage? Ask spirit questions and listen to your inner voice. It's a good quiet space to go in and just, relax in the hot water with the sage going, and then you can, communicate with spirit for the answers you seek. All right. These are very difficult to shuffle. Let me. There we go. 3D, it's an illusion. So focus on your 5D at first, be in union in 5D, heal one another's inner child healing in the 5D, and then as above, so below, it will come forth into the 3D. It will manifest itself in the 3D. Thank you. Be in nature more often. Plant a tree. Sit in your gratitude of heart. Be thankful for the things and the blessings we have, and be thankful for the triggers so that it causes us to go within and heal. Okay? Okay, Spirit, let's get a animal totem. So on the bottoms, when I split it, we have spider, which is awesome, right? Because that means that the spider, the divine feminine, is having faith in spirit to spin her web. And look at how bright the colors are of her aura. Remember that spider has to start at one point and just swing across to another wall on that tiny silk string, hoping it holds its body. So true faith, and I'm not telling you to jump across walls. Cheetahs for the divine masculines, moving fast, rapidly towards the divine feminine. You see how it's pointed this way? It's moving fast towards the feminine. This red is passion, and yellow is the courage. The solar plexus chakra is yellow and orange, right? Because it's its strength, it's its courage. Just going to do it a little different and take whatever when we split. There you go. Again, divine feminine's feeling a little spidery. Horse, for the divine masculine, we have the wild Mustang, the horse. Love this card. So beautiful. Horse for the masculine, he's feeling very grounded, he knows his beauty. Look at that. He knows he's beautiful from the inside out. With the way he's holding his head and his chest up, the mane is just all over. He's in his third eye's open. He's listening to his higher self. He knows to follow the light because he's surrounded in her light. Okay. How's that? Okay. Okay, that's weird. So we still divine masculine again, the horse and the elephant for the divine feminine, carrying and protecting that flame, listening to her higher self, not afraid to go through her emotions and back out to the light. As long as she's carrying that flame, she knows she can battle anything. Look at this elephant's been battered and tore. It's missing a tusk, right? Because that's how this journey is for the divine feminines. We are the leaders. We go through the blunt of this triggers and the dark night of the soul and the healing and past life regression. And then we teach our divine masculine and we lead them to somehow I flip those over. So the divine feminine is the beaver, very family oriented, birthing. This for some reason right now looks pregnant, so she's birthing a new beginning, in her water element of emotions, growing things such as the trees, in her enlightenment. And for the masculines, this masculine here is the rising phoenix. How amazing, right? Getting ready to go through his kundalini awakening. The phoenix is rising, coming out of the dark with that fiery passion and following the light to the ethers, where then the kundalini will be awakened and they will be fully aligned to come into union with the divine feminine. Zebra on the bottom. I love this earth one, the wolf. So the divine masculines are feeling their strength right now, right? Because all those that have come up for the divine masculines have been very masculine energy animals, the protectors, the hunters, the ones that, this one's very intuitive. He is listening to his surroundings, listening to the spirit guides, in tune to the divine source, but on keen watch, right, on hunter mode, sneaking in, not in a sneaky way like a bad way, but to get his predators, to protect his feminine and his family, right? Knows that he needs to go through his emotions, but he's standing in his light. And for the divine feminine, the zebra is like a horse of a different color, right? So we got the lines going this way, contrasting, not afraid to be. Without the dark, we have no light. Very intuitive right now, just looking through her third eye, listening to her higher self. All right. So let's get us some cards for the day. Try and do 2 days, and that way you have something to look forward to. And tomorrow's reading, we'll see how it panned out, right? All right, Spirit. 4 for the divine feminine, please, for today and tomorrow. 4 for today and tomorrow for the divine feminine on this journey. Cards of how is their day going today and what do they have to look forward to tomorrow. Communication, that's always good. It looks like great communication. happy sight, just saying. Okay. All right. Overall, from the cards, it doesn't look bad. The energy looks pretty good, right? So, Divine Feminines, we have, I'm going to use this one today. Actually, let me put that there so we can get clarity later. All right, so Divine Feminines, Ace of Wands, your Divine Masculine wants to bring you in enlightened communication from the, that he's received divine enlightenment and needs to come discuss this with you. He knows of this connection with the twin birds here. And he sees you as the Queen of Pentacles in your heart chakra wide open because you of the green dress, listening to your higher self with the squirrel, just relaxed in your knowing and your loyalty. Okay, and you, the King of Pentacles, this is for the Divine Feminine. So you are studying you're in your green heart chakra, holding up the staff of your belief and being grounded with the pine cone here on the wreath, in the science behind the journey, ignoring your karmics that are around you. These could be your devil energies, Divine Feminine, or they could be perhaps a third party that you once were in, or people that were against this connection that you have, people you work with, family, friends, etc. Or it could be that you were the one with the third party situation. Alright, listening to your higher self, building your pentacles in your gold, your earth being the green is a lot of heart and a lot of passion here, but with the not quite devil energy, but really focused on your gold and your pentacles right now. You're going within to heal yourself. You've turned, you've put your hand up to your Divine Feminine. You've turned to then care for yourself. You're going within and healing you. You've set up your boundaries, and ladies, or Divine Feminines, you could be male or female if you're a Divine Feminine. It's very important to set up your boundaries and stick to them. Myself, I had a hard time with that just recently, a couple days ago. Finally put my foot down and did the boundaries one more time, and of course that means you have that separation again. But your spirit guides are here to remind you that you're doing the right thing, that boundaries are important for our inner growth, our personal growth. All right, and this journey you will ascend higher by setting your boundaries and sticking to them, still focusing on the flame. You're still connecting and healing them in the 5D, but to heal yourself, you need the boundaries. Okay, 10 of Wands. Our Spirit says, tell what boundaries could be. For those of you that don't understand what we mean when we say boundaries, it's what you won't put up with. Things that, you, even as Divine Feminines, we accept them unconditionally. We know that they come from a place of probably, drug habits, alcoholics, sex addiction, sex abuse, all sorts of things, and we understand that almost all of them have had third or fourth, fifth parties, right? So what of those are you absolutely not going to tolerate? Those are your boundaries. You won't tolerate abuse to you or your kids. That's a boundary. You won't tolerate, say, being drunk and disorderly. That's a boundary. It's just something that you put your foot down to. We understand the karmic is there with them. It's not really Didn't really. All right, so Spirit says I have to continue. The karmic is with them until they decide to leave, right? Or Divine gives them a tower and they split, whatever the case is. But if the karmic is still there, then we understand that, we accept that, because it's part of their lesson was to have that karmic. But perhaps your boundaries, such as mine, thank you, Spirit, if you're not going to allow other women to be coming in and out, right? 4th, 5th, 6th, if you're going to put your foot down and say, look, you're not a side piece, you're not some dirty little secret, you're either in this relationship and building forward. I'll continue to heal you from a distance, continue to love you unconditionally, but these are my boundaries. And that's that card. You're setting boundaries. Putting down the burdens that no longer serve you, things that you aren't willing to take forward with you in this relationship. Not relationship, my bad. Thank you, Spirit. The partnership. It's not about a relation. That's a soulmate, but the flame connection is a partnership, because you're not worried about the dating and the relationship that makes you happy. You shouldn't be focused on getting the home and the picket fence. You should be focused on the energy of raising the vibration between the two of you, to raise the energy vibration of the earth, to heal the earth, to heal those around us, and to lead others to this journey that are on it. Is that it? Thank you. Divine Masculine coming forward with communication. So the Divine Masculine knows to communicate now with the Divine for guidance, so that they know this connection. This always reminds me of the 1111 connection. Divine numbers, the synchronicity of the twin flame journey. That they understand that you are releasing them and why. So they understood this. Divine has given them the message that this has to take place and why it's important for the boundaries. That doesn't make when you communicate these boundaries, be sure and do it in a loving way. Don't snap back at them and scream and go off. You need to communicate the boundaries as something, because you want them to know it's coming from love of yourself, so that it shows that you respect yourself to set these boundaries, and they see that, so they understand why you're releasing them and the signs of the journey, so that it helps them to still communicate with Divine regarding it. Okay, they hear you, they're listening, they're trying to move forward in this journey as well, holding on to the belief of the staff of the journey, listening to you. And releasing the third party situation. Moving out of, because it's in reverse. Okay, but I'm going to flip it over. So sometimes this is a celebration and sometimes it's the three-party situation. But because it's under the boundaries here would signify that it's regarding a three-party situation, or fourth, fifth, etc. Right? So even though they have the karmic to home, if they decided to, even though they're working on this partnership with you, they wanted something fun and exciting and, you know, a different flavor, and stepped out of both situations for someone else. So they're putting an end to this because you set your boundaries, because they know that, you know, by communicating with the Divine and understanding the release and listening to what you're saying and taking consideration of this situation, then they're releasing this, because they know that this connection is for their higher good, if they want the happily ever after, or happiness, peace, inner peace. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, that was a little uncomfortable. Alright, so Ace of Wands. Let's clarify the Ace of Wands. What's this communication coming forward? Oops, they want to come out. Ace of Pentacles. So they want to communicate with the Ace of Pentacles, regarding the Ace of Pentacles. Bringing this offer to you. There's a woman at the gate. And Four of Pentacles for stability, right? Because 4 is like the table legs of the legs of a table. 4 makes it stable, right? There's also like 4 pillars here that remind you of the 1111 as well. So a lot of synchronicity for the messages. On the bottom, we have 6 of Wands. Moving forward. And taking you with him. He wants to move forward and take you with him. Alright, clarify the Queen of Pentacles. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles. Nine of Wands. So she's sitting there, focused on her pentacles, the signs of the journey, listening to her higher self, moving out of being stuck. She's on the front side of these wands, holding her staff, moving forward. I like this Nine of Wands better than some of them, right? And King of Wands on the bottom. Clarify Nine of Wands for forward movement. Clarify Nine of Wands for forward movement. Just want to correct there's another situation Spirit's pointing out. That this, when I hold these up this way, right, she's standing there and wants forward movement, but this woman looks like she's worried about him over here with the karmic, and we can't be worried about them over there with the karmic. I understand we're setting boundaries here, but this, we knew that the karmic was there because the divine put them together with the karmic to teach him lessons, to prepare him all that he's going through with her, so that he'd be strong enough for the partnership on this journey. So here, someone or a few in this group are worried about what's going on over there in that house, and Spirit saying she was focused on that, so she set her boundaries, but don't focus on this, because you can see he's ignoring all that. He's just holding his staff, looking straight forward, gold at his feet. He's putting down the devil energy and ignoring that karmic over there. So it's good she's moving on this side of the wand instead of being like caged. And so through this, she moved forward to be able to be strong enough to set those boundaries. The Magician, and she's manifesting her way through this so that she can have strength. Amen. Yeah, because there's going to be a death to this. And King of Pentacles, he is going to be your King of Pentacles. He is ignoring the karmic over there. Remember, don't watch the tarot readings that are not about twin flame journey, because they're mostly discussing about the soulmate energy or just typical relationships, not this divinely guided partnership. Okay, Page of Sword coming in with communication. Let me see. Oh, there it is. She's got her sword. She's just thinking about this, and her sword is down. So she's not like trying to cut his head off with communication. She's just knows that she needs to have that communication. I forgot what else I was channeling. I don't know, I lost that one. Alright, 10 of Wands. clarify Ten of Wands, clarify Ten of Wands. Four of Wands wants moving things for. Ten of Wands is the ending, putting the ending of carrying those burdens so that they can have the stable foundation. The Four of Wands with his Queen of Wands, communication. And I like that she has the sunflower there, and she's in the yellow dress. Yellow is the right solar plexus chakra, so she's in her strength and her intuition. Okay, what else about for Divine Feminine's communication? I had something about there. I was trying to. All right. Anything else for the feminine? Anything else for the Divine Feminine? And Three of Cups for that celebration. You will celebrate Queen of Wands. And that one truly looks like a celebration. It's all lit up with a rainbow. Okay, I'm going to use a different deck to clarify the masculines in case anything mirrors. Talking about soulmate. Oh, the other tarot channels, that's what I was talking about, was with this. Don't be, if you watch other tarot readers, try to watch the ones that are regarding your twin flame journey, because they're going to give you true, precise energies of how the Divine Feminine and the energies, right, we mirror each other. We, you know, have to go in, one triggers and goes in and heals. If this was another, for just a soulmate or something, they'd be like, oh, leave that person if they're having a three-party situation, right? But because it's a divinely guided partnership, we know that this was put in place to help build him strong enough to deal with, not to deal with us, but to deal with this divinely guided partnership that is truly very, you have to be very strong to stay connected throughout this, right? So that's what I was just saying. Be careful where you're getting your advice on how to heal, how to go forward. Jupiter 1111, I know I always recommend her page. She has the Get Your Masculine package, Get Your Get Mission package. And she also does chakra healing, so go to her YouTube channel, as there are other great ones as well. So Six of Wands is up for the 8, to clarify the 8 of Wands. Again, celebration, communication, and on here again, these poles with the lights on them remind me of the 1111 as we are getting closer and closer to union. Okay, on the bottom I'm just going to show you, because they want to come out of the cold. They understand that you set those boundaries regarding this, but they are feeling as if maybe you are in some sword energy, and so they're a little nervous about coming forward with the communication to you. So they want to come in out of the cold. Okay. Clarify the Three of Wands for the masculine. Clarify 3 Wands for the masculine. These are really sticky. I don't know why. They were flowing fine earlier. Don't want to clarify that card, I guess. Have faith. They're having faith. The masculines are having faith as to why you release them, set up your boundaries, you know, and they are having faith in the divine guidance they received regarding why. 8 of Wands. You can see the masculine almost looks like Cupid up in the sky on that card. But the 8 of Wands, more 1111, right? All the wands. And communication, divine communication regarding this. And you comes out with the Sun card, understanding the quantum physics behind this understanding the astrological, you know, with the energies and so forth, but basically it's looking into the quantum physics, doing their study. They're studying up on this so they have a better understanding from a science point of view. Page of Wands, but they are listening to you. They hear you with your telepathic communication. And if they haven't said anything to you that they hear you and you are in some communication, ask them if they are hearing your telepathic messages. I did. I mean, I just come out and asked finally. Coins, 3 of coins. They are working hard at this to set stuff aside. So they are, even though they may not be telling you everything they're working on, they are working on things to make this connection more stable. And they are in their 8 of Cups, which is emotions, but regardless of the other cups around, they are focused only on the cup from the divine, which is you. Okay, let's clarify the famous 3 of Cups card in reverse. Yes, perfect, wonderful. If you ever wanted to kiss a card, it'd be the Death card right now. Just saying. Death to the 3-party situation. Knight of Coins. Wants to come forward and be playful. Again, that playful young energy that you had when you first met or connected, right? Their mask is partially open, so they're partially in their truth. They're trying to be strong, coming out of that shadow energy. They feel tied to that shadow energy, but they are basking in the moonlight, trying to heal in their emotions, to put a rest to the 3 of Swords energy. They know they hurt you. They've cried many tears as well, and that is also a death to that. But he wants to come forward as a King of Coins, okay? Because he was building those pentacles for stable, planning on it while he got messed up with still the other energy. And remember, like with Mercury in retrograde, the truths of things that were hidden are coming out in very strange ways. Whether you like find a letter or not, someone just tells you about the situation, or a text message, whatever, but the truth of things are being illuminated and coming out even more so. Even though your intuition, your spirit guides told you it was going to happen, and then you get that punch to the gut when you see it for real, right? So, but that's just, we can thank Mercury retrograde. Alright, so let's clarifying the Sun. Of course, we know that it's about building the pentacles, caring for our inner child for both persons. As the Queen of Cups, she's in her emotions, she's very loving, motherly there, and an end to the 10 of Wands, because they don't want to struggle through the briars, through the prickers anymore. They want a clear path to their divine. Let's clarify this 5 of Cups. Why are they feeling out in the cold? Again, they want to come out, man. The Empress, because they want their Empress back. They know that she's going to birth that new beginning, that harvest is coming forth. For some, perhaps there's even a pregnancy. But I always see the Empress as birthing a new beginning, birthing, you know, the new business, the new way of life together. And putting an end, this is in reverse, putting an end to the stabbing in the back. Again, thankful. See, we have great things this week to be thankful for. Every week we do. Every day. Alright, let's get some cards from the Spirit. Alright. Let me just flip these the right way so they're not coming up backwards. Oh, thank you. Saint Bridget, Our Lady of Exalted Light, I give endlessly because the light is without an end. My soul is all I need. It's beautiful. Freyja, the goddess of discernment, I spend my time wisely. I only say yes when it's a holy hell yes. Amen. So to things that are going to take away from your time and energy, say no, because your energy is precious, it's valuable, right? To heal others, to heal yourself and your divine counterpart. So things that are of low vibration that take up too much energy, then say no to those things around, because those people at work or whatever that gossip and bring you down, they are only sucking your energy dry. So leave that behind. Alright, soul family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do this alone. Again, metaphysical stores usually have like little groups that get together once in a while that have like-minded, and you can call it in with your spirit guides. Just say, you know, I call in a soul family nearby that I can, you know, exchange words with. The initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Rite of passage is, to me, like for this, it's like getting past some of the struggles and the triggers that we had to for this to be able to get to that light. You know, we had to get past the pile of snakes over here, get past the lightning bolts, get past the things that tempted us, like the jewels or the treasure here, other men or other women in our lives, especially the snakes. There's quite a few snakes in this card. So rite of passage, you have to get through all these tests, and Spirit will test you, for sure. Get grounded. If you get like a soulmate, you start struggling with your connection here, and all of a sudden someone shows up that seems like a soulmate, that is a test to see if you're willing to walk away from this journey, this divinely guided journey that's been, you know, going to be very fulfilling, and you're going to have that happy ever after with, and the, you know, the spirits are going to bless you financially, abundantly, in all ways, once this comes to fruition. So, but if you take that soulmate and decide to go off with them, you might have the happy house with the picket fence and the dog, but you're going to miss on a divine gift. Get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitive, connect with nature. Yes. And I think on one of the channels I saw where you could do, I don't remember whose it was though, one of their cards said, do a walking meditation. I'm going to try that today. I've never done my meditation while I walk, because I usually have my sage and everything with me when I do my meditation. But that's kind of a neat idea. Go out, walk while you meditate. Awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being and integration. If anyone needs any inner child work, help with coaching, email me, sacredspiritualhealer@gmail.com. Anyone that would like a personal reading regarding their situation or even a career, or, you know, it doesn't have to just be about the journey. You can email me. I also do spell work. If anyone is interested in any kind of spell work, you can let me know. I do not do black magic in the sense of to harm someone. So that is out of the question. Any magic we do is to do no harm. And what else? If you need coaching for your journey, how to get in mission, email me. Alright, remember to, I'm surprised we didn't get any get into mission cards on this, but I think for this one the energy was so sticky or heavy because of the third party situation and setting boundaries. But in order to get into union, we need to have those boundaries up so that it's not, you know, so everybody knows where they're coming from, what you will or will not take, right? And I'm sure the masculines have their own boundaries that they have to set, or that will set, even though we're the leaders. Okay. Okay. Here it says all those. Alright. So, it's 4 of spring. This is beautiful. It looks like a soldier. Be grateful. You have much to celebrate. Deep feelings of peace and happiness. A contented personal life. Yes. This is so true. Right? Once we've reached this point in this journey, we just have such an inner peace and love for ourselves, because that's what the journey is about. A brilliant success, a freedom to go in any direction, a journey that is now complete. Oh, cool. That's like saying union is near. It's the world. Right? Positive changes are on their way. A welcome relief from troubled times. Traveling or relocating. Ooh, traveling. I'll take traveling. Anybody want a house swap? Let's see. Protect the fruits of your labors. Prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead. Environmental conservation. Well, that sounds like part of somebody's mission, maybe, the environmental conservation. And look at all the ladybugs. And they're not tulips, they're petunia? No. Irises? I don't know. There's a flower on the card. But look at the ladybugs. The star. Look to the future and hope with optimism. The power of faith to move mountains. Happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. Yes, very beautiful. We are the star. Falling in love or making a serious commitment to someone. Forgiveness and the resolution of a problem. Don't give up. Your relationship can be healed. And this is definitely like a true twin flame, because the guy is so much older than this fairy. Or could be younger. Just saying. Alright, everything else, again, email me if you need anything. Comment to let other people know how your journey is. If you've had to set boundaries, comment in the comments for other people to see, so that they, not so they feel better, but it helps them on their journey. Okay? Have a blessed day. Namaste.